Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Decibel Champion. To hear Decibel Champion's newest hits, search Decibel Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and Tiff.
Hey.
We are here as long as you didn't cancel us.
Yes. Yeah. We haven't been canceled yet.
God would. Yes.
Pushing the envelope a little, I know, with some people's... I guess it's not even, I don't think that we're being disrespectful. I don't think that we're saying anything vulgar or inappropriate or anything, but it's real talk. And it seems like nowadays you can't have real talk. So,
yeah, that is the truth.
Yeah,
for sure. You know,
Hashtag
can't have real talk. Can't be funny.
No,
poor comedians going out of business.
Going out of business. As if they didn't struggle enough from the beginning. Now they can't even get to the end and enjoy the...
goodness. Seriously, though. It's crazy for, because how do you know if you make a joke that's not going to make you, public enemy number 1 next?
Yeah.
Say you make a joke and right now it's not a big deal, but in a week, 5 years, 10 years, now you're a horrible person, even though everyone was laughing.
Yep.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I know.
So, yeah. But...
Well, what's that, chick?
Well, long time no see.
I know. It's been I don't know.
Hours.
8 hours.
Yeah. So we just got... Well, not just got back. Last night, we got back for our little mini girls trip. Got to see our little baby and our bestie and see how she's doing and they're all doing. And that was a lot of fun.
So it's funny. Obviously, our girls' road trip. Well, first of all, it was a quick trip. It was like a 1-night deal.
Yes.
But we left early Tuesday. We left early Friday morning and came back Saturday night. And I am cracking up because number one, I guess I'm thinking, well, as we've gotten older, maybe our road trips have changed a little bit.
Yes.
But also I feel like we may have been too comfortable with our husbands driving for some of us for so long because I think it's hilarious, but I'm like, okay, there's 3 of us in the car and I didn't realize that as the non-driver, I had to give directions on where to go because
that's why I didn't pull up the directions to Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh.
Jason navigates us. I sit on my phone and I play.
Well, I gathered that now. Now I know.
Priscilla understands my road trips.
Yes.
My road trip habits.
So Ashley is a great passenger if you want absolutely no direction, unless you specifically tell her, which I'm not even sure then, because you couldn't even find where to put in Waze or a map or anything.
No, that's not what it is. Okay, you tell the part and I'll explain why that's not what it was.
Well, let's go through this really quick. So I'm pretty sure we put extra miles on,
both directions.
We
did for sure.
Yeah. So we're stopping in and we're picking up someone on the way down and picking up our girlfriend, and she lives in a different town, but she's on the way. So She just moved. We don't have her new address. She's not answering. She's not returning calls. We're trying to find the address. Nobody knows the new address. And we're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? As we're driving, we're like, we're passing the town now. We probably should get off the freeway.
Like, I should have gotten off that last exit.
So we do. And then we have to turn around and go back. It was only like, what, 2 exits, 1 exit?
Yeah, it was
quick. Yeah. It was quick. But we had to turn around and go back when we got there. Then we pick her up. Or actually, we hop in her car. And she's the driver. I should have been the driver on this trip. However, it was offered for others to be drivers.
Yes.
And I am in the process of, you guys have all heard, selling my car, getting rid of my car, getting a new car, yada, yada, yada. So originally, I didn't even know if I was going to have a car at the point that we were going to go on this trip. And I'm like, it's probably best I don't drive my car and or count on me to drive my car, and you guys, one of you drive.
Right.
So we get in her car. Mind you, this friend has been where we are going
more times than I have.
Many, many times.
Yes.
Many, many, many times. So, and she's lived in other towns and other states. Like, I just kind of assumed she knew where she was going. And I was sitting in the back seat. You were in the front with her. And I was getting nervous watching her drive just because I felt like we were really close to other cars.
However, I was not getting nervous because my husband drives way, way closer.
However, I didn't feel like she was like speeding crazy or anything. It was just like we were talking, we were having a great time, having great conversation, apparently too good a conversation. I realize as we're getting into LA, I'm like, you're going to have to get on the next freeway. And it's like, where's that? And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Okay.
I just figured she knew.
Okay.
I don't
like,
know,
maybe,
but I figured she did.
I'm like, oh, maybe she's just like, where am I at this moment? She's just talking out loud. Well, you have to get all the way over, all the way over. Okay. And now, granted, maybe it's because I've actually done this trip solo myself too, a couple times. So that's how I am familiar with where to go. So then we're on the freeway. Ashley has to pee again for the second time on the trip. And I'm like, okay, we have no kids. We have no...
The first pee was when we were getting our coffee. I was like, I should pee so I don't have to pee again.
Okay, but it didn't help to pee.
I know. It didn't help.
So we're in the middle of traffic, stuck in traffic. And Ashley's like, I have to pee so bad. Well, she had a Trenta Starbucks cup full of coffee. So, of course she had to pee, right? But we're in the middle of traffic and we're like, I don't know, you're going to have to pee in a cup. She's like, I can't hold it. Oh my gosh, this is getting really uncomfortable. There's nothing on the map showing that all of a sudden she has a map, okay? She's like, I have maps. She's like, there's nothing near us. I don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And we're in LA. And is there even... I don't know what their mandates are, and is there even a public bathroom open?
Yes.
Who knows? Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, so true.
So we finally somehow get off the freeway as Ashley is like ready to pee herself.
I did have to say, when we get to the gas station, can one of you hop out and make sure there's a bathroom? Because if I get out of the car and there's not a bathroom, I'm going to pee my pants.
Yes. So I had to jump out and find the bathroom and then tell her yes and where to go exactly and run there. And then I was like, oh God, I hope she doesn't need a key because then she's got to.
And you did, but luckily it was in use, so someone just let me in.
So we finally get there. Whatever. At this point, I now realize I have to put in navigation for these chicks because this isn't going to happen. This isn't going to work. On the way back, kind of the same thing happens, except we're very close to town. We're like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
It's a one-way free, like it's a one.
Yeah, we're not switching freeways.
Yeah, no, we're not switching freeways. It's a one freeway all the way down. And we were getting hungry, and we're like, Chick-fil-A sounds amazing, and it's Saturday, so we can still have it. And Ashley's like, there's one on yada yada street. Let's just stop in. And I'm like, perfect. And I'm like, I don't see that exit.
And I think at this point, the girls assume that I'm navigating it.
Yes, because you said what exit, you're finding the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it was
you
like,
even
yeah,
said you had
just
the
off
app.
of this street.
Yeah.
I do have the app. That's how
you worked in that town for like a year. So totally trusting you to get us to this one place. And I'm like, are you sure we didn't pass it? No, it's got to be coming up. It's got to be coming up soon. I'm like, okay. Again, we start to leave the town.
I'm like, you guys, I think I look up at this point. I'll explain everything, but I look up at this point and I go, hey guys, I think we're too far out. Like, we're getting really close to leaving that town. And Priscilla's like, I just asked you. I was like, why no? I told you the street.
No, and that's what she said. Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my phone. I was watching videos. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Priscilla's like, great. How? And so our friend's like, well, we'll pull off here and flip around. How far is it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like trying to figure it out. Well, I do not have my location on my maps app. I don't turn it on. I don't like it being on, so I don't turn it on. So I have to physically put in my location if I'm doing a navigation from my maps app. And so I was like, shoot, I don't know my location. Like, I would need it to, satellite me, right? But I couldn't. And so Priscilla's like, it's this many minutes. She's
11
like,
minutes.
faster.
I'm like, we got to go back. It's 11 minutes. It takes us 11 minutes. I'm like, put it in on the app. We need to get our order in. This is crazy. We're going all the way back 11 minutes just for Chick-fil-A, which doesn't sound like craziness, like crazy 11 minutes. It really wasn't bad.
No.
But it was like, we really are going the opposite way.
Yeah, we still had to go back when we shouldn't have, but I was stuck in my Instagram reel. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I am sorry. I love it. So we did go back, and then he's like, okay, you're going to need all the way over. And she's like, I'm going to have to make a U-turn. And Priscilla's like, yes.
You got to come back.
Where do you think?
We got to go back from the way we came off the freeway. We can't keep going east. We'll end up in another town.
Yeah. And then she's like, which side is the freeway entrance on? I said, and I'm like trying to see, which I can't really see anything. It's kind of dark over there, it's not very lit. But I was like, I think it's going to be on your left. And
no, you said right.
Oh, I go, I think it's going to be on your right. And Priscilla goes,
no, and Tiff goes,
she goes, I think you're right. I think
you're right. It's on the right.
And then Priscilla, like 2 seconds later, is like, you're on the left.
It's on the left.
Granted, I did say, but I can't make any promises.
You did.
I also think that when we were going back, I was thinking we were on the White Lake. Yeah. I was like, that's not even the side that it's on.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
So some people don't pay attention. If you're driving with your husbands, maybe just make sure that you know where you are. Maybe you have some sense of direction. Our driver, our girlfriend who is the driver, does not have. She said, she's like, I am really bad. I do not have a sense of direction. I was like,
lived in
you should have told me that before you said you were going to drive.
So I will not pay attention to where I'm at. I can't pay attention when Jason's driving.
Not to mention, she had navigation on her car.
Yeah, the map was up the entire trip. That is right. But I can't pay attention to where Jason's going because he drives so horribly.
Yes,
he scares me, so I can't pay attention.
So
that's why I have to use navigation to get places like out of town.
Yeah,
because I don't look.
Yeah,
at, like especially when we're going down to Lynn's. I'm probably trying to sleep actually. when he's driving.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have to do because Tiff's not a bad driver like him.
No, she's not.
But I also didn't pay attention, especially when I was in the back seat. Then
make sure that if you're in a car with anyone, one of you has. If you're on a road trip, make sure one of you has a sense of direction, knows exactly where you're going, or just hey, put on Waze anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to have it on so you guys don't, even in conversation, get forgetful of where you are.
Yeah. If Tiff and I are driving alone, we will have to use navigation.
Yeah, and I'm even afraid with even that. I think you still might end up in Tijuana.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, not lying. I also don't like to do the navigating because I'm horrible at it. Because I'm like, oh, wait, we're turning here. Jason gets so mad at me. I'm like, put it on your dang phone. Well, why are you counting on me to do it? And then he'll get mad, like, if my person doesn't talk early enough, like if my navigation person doesn't talk early enough, he's like,
yeah,
why was it so late? I'm like, use your own stupid app then, okay? Get out of here. So yeah, that was fun. He will have to drive us.
Yeah.
It was good times.
But great conversations.
I
think memories. It's funny that, I mean, as much as we all talk, we can be in a car for 8 hours and still talk the entire time.
Yeah.
Even though we talk like every single day.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I love it.
But
we love each other.
I know. But it was so fun. It was a great time. And then now we're back home and we get to spend the day with our families, and that's nice.
Yes.
Did your kids miss you?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, when I got home, I went to say hi to Hayden, and I knock on his door. I don't ever go in his door without knocking nowadays. He's a teenager. So I knock on the door, and I open it, and I'm like, hey, and he like, ugh. And I'm like, I start walking toward him. He like puts his hand out, like, stop. And I'm like, he's like, I'll be out in a minute. And I'm like, what in the heck is wrong with this kid? Like, I'm thinking, like, you just woke up or something and you're confused because I don't need you to go outside at all. And I'm like, oh, I was just going to give you a hug. And he's like, okay, I love you. I'll see you in the morning. And then I went in and I gave Jax a hug and a kiss, and he was just on his games, you know?
Yeah.
They don't care that I'm there or not.
Yeah.
But then this morning, Hayden's like, sorry, Mom, I know you came to give me a hug. I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, well, what's wrong with you? Like, oh. But he seemed fine. I'm like,
what was wrong? Like, what did he say was wrong?
Nothing.
No.
My stomach hurt.
Mm.
Okay. I'm like, it's fine. I just got home. It's okay. But what about your kids? How excited were they for you this morning?
This morning, they crawled into the room somehow. No, they Danny came in first, and like,
did you wake up in the middle of the night?
It was early in the morning, like early morning. And I just plopped her in bed with me, and then Georgia came in probably around 6. She's like, hi, Mom. So I had both girls and Missy on me, and that was cute. They were all cute.
Happy to see you.
They were excited. T's not home. She'll be home today, but yeah, the little ones were excited. They were happy.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute. Yeah, mine are, they didn't care.
I know, the older they get.
I know. Yeah, we were talking with our friend about that because hers are younger. And she's like, I am not looking forward to that. When does it happen? And we're like, well, she's like, he's almost 6. I mean, she still has like 6 years.
Yeah.
Probably, give or take.
So we're like, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
I said at least your 3 are like in a row, so you'll know. Like once her oldest does it,
yes,
then she'll know she needs to like hold on to the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
Squeeze them tight because they're going quick too.
Yeah.
Especially, I I don't know. I think it all depends on personalities.
It does.
Jackson isn't like that because he's hanging out with Hayden or anything, you know?
Yeah.
And I think her boys are
Pretty
close in age the way my boys are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're not as far away as mine, but I mean they're about 2 years apart, just a little over 2. Mine are like a little over 2.5. So I guess mine are a little further, but you know, I think it's all their personalities.
I do too.
Jackson's hung out a little, like he's hung around longer than Hayden.
Yeah.
But he's always like, since Hayden was 2, he's been like
because
Mr.
that's
Independent.
his personality. Hey guys, we're back.
We're back.
Okay, so, sometimes the things that your significant other does just, it's like, what? I don't understand. So, one of the things is that I don't know, months ago, was like, hey, I ordered these shorts from Fabletics.
Oh.
He's like, they're really, they were, you know, super cheap, obviously, you know, and they look really cool, and I'm going to try them out. And so I thought I would try it. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem, whatever.
Right.
I don't care, whatever. Well, I assume he knows what he's doing when he buys things.
Yeah.
Especially from websites.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, I'm not questioning that. I'm not going, do you know what you're signing yourself up for? Do you know? Like, I'm not doing any of that.
We assume you're
an adult. Whatever.
I get it.
I don't care. He loved the shorts. Great. Awesome. So was it Thursday? It must have been Thursday because I was at work. Yeah. And I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not going to leave. You know, I typically don't leave for lunch very often, but I was like, for sure I'm not. I've got like to make sure I have everything paid, bills paid, and everything like that. And so I am going through things, and I'm like, I'm going through the credit card bill. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, geez, you know, making sure, like, okay, this is everything, you know, yada yada yada. What did I buy? What did I spend? And I look, and I'm like, Fabletics, $49.95, and I'm like, I don't remember him saying he bought anything else, and then I was like, oh fuck. Please, dear God, tell me he canceled the subscription when he bought the shorts.
I think they call it a membership.
Okay, membership.
I could be wrong.
Please tell me he canceled the membership because he's only bought that one pair of shorts.
Yes.
Back in like September.
Yes.
Okay. So I go to the month before, $49.95. So I'm like, motherfuck. So I do a search for Fabletics. The most expensive shorts he's ever bought. Because
how many months?
5 months.
Stop.
Yeah. 5 months.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be he missed the second month.
No. 5 months. $250 in membership fees.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I wonder if I can find my text message to him really quick, because I may not have been very happy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do have a membership like that. However, I've never let it charge me for the membership. And I get alerts about the like, hey, your blah 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 is available. You have this, like cancel by this date kind of thing or whatever. And so I do get those text messages, and I just constantly freeze it. Like it'll freeze for like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I get the alerts, and I do go in and I do something about it.
Well, this is my text to him. Hey, asshole. Did you know that when you signed up for Fabletics, did you know you signed up for Fabletics when you bought your clothes? So he sends me this emoji with these giant eyeballs, right?
Oh, yes.
No. What does sign up mean? It was a one-time purchase.
No, it's not a store.
I said, you signed up as a subscriber. I guess member would be the better word, right? But I was like, whatever. I said, it's been charging us $50 a month. He said, what the F? What is a subscription? I only bought the shorts. I go, that's how it works. That's why they're so cheap. You need to cancel now. So I said, most expensive pair of shorts we've ever spent money on. 6 months of those payments.
Gosh.
6 months. He said, shit, it's canceled. I'm like, I'm so irritated.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I have looked at Fabletics and I thought, oh, that's super cute. I want to get it. But I don't want to sign up for this whole subscription thing. Like membership, whatever they call it. I don't want to do that. So I don't. Mm-hmm. But I do have it on one thing. I have a different company that I have a membership with. But what I think it is that it charges me an amount, and then it gives me that, so I have that much money to spend. So is that not how Fabletics does it? Does he not have $200 or $300 to spend?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to look and see.
He probably should look. I don't know how they do it.
Well, apparently he doesn't know anything about this membership subscription, because had he known, he probably just wouldn't even mess with it, in the first place.
Probably.
So I'm probably going to have to go in and do that. And I'm like, are you flipping kidding me right now? So that's why this weekend I was like, let's go buy our purse. Because I'm like, fuck, if we're going to spend $250 or $300 on a pair of shorts, shit, I can at least go buy a new purse.
Right?
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
Oh, yeah, have him double check. I don't know what happens if you cancel, but have him double check to make sure he doesn't have credit.
I will check.
Because
this is my fault for not really reviewing my credit card statement, because I just pay it.
Yeah.
I just
that's how a lot of
and I just pay it.
I think that's how a lot of people are. However, if your financial advisor is listening, he's going to be really disappointed.
I know.
You're lucky that I don't think he listens. And when his wife gets around to it, you better not tell him. She wouldn't. She would never. She wouldn't. I know.
She wouldn't. She's got my back.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because he would fucking have a fit about.
He would be like, "We're cutting him up." No, just kidding. I really think you guys should cut him up.
Yeah, you guys are not responsible enough for the credit card. Oh, I just is so furious. And I guess, you know what I'm thinking, like, because we pretty much charge just about everything on our card.
Yeah.
So like $50 really isn't like a big thing. And for some reason, like, I'll look at like the recent activity when I'm going in and paying it, but I don't go through the entire month, because I'm just like, it's probably about right. $50 really doesn't make or break, probably.
Right.
Like
it's not like $1,000.
Right. To where I'm like, I'm catching it,
Yeah.
So now I know it's my fault, and I have to go through every month and look at every transaction.
But he'll
and I'll have to question it, because we both use the card. You know what I mean? So We each have a card. I just need to like go through and look.
But I bet he doesn't sign up for any memberships anymore.
I bet he doesn't.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, you'll have to tell us if he.
And this is the second time. This is the second time he's done this.
What do you mean?
He did this once with Amazon. It was some kind of Amazon Sports or something.
Like a sports channel or something, you mean? Or
something. It was something that he wanted once, and it was charging us
every month.
And it was like the same. It was like $50 a month.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have some subscriptions on certain things that we get all the time, because it's like subscribe and save, and you save like 10% or whatever, right? So we have our dog.
I need to not let him sign up for things.
Yeah, don't let him sign up for things.
Like,
that's a good idea.
You're not going to be able to. You don't have any say in any of that anymore. You blew it.
Yeah, he needs to. If he thinks you guys should sign up for a subscription, maybe he should talk to you about it. Yeah, we do our dog food, which sometimes their subscriptions are really annoying, because like Jason told me today, hey, we have more dog food coming. You need to go in and look at it. And I'm like,
okay.
I know. I already know.
Like
I
automatic.
I need to pause it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a really annoying. So what had happened was we switched our dog food. And so I was like, okay, I'm canceling our old subscribe and save for their dog food. And I'm going to start this new subscription on this other dog food that I want to switch them over to. But when it was going to ship it to me, it was going to be like in a month or something. And I was like, no, I need it right now. Right. So it's like, you can have it shipped now and then subscribe and save or something dumb. Well, then the subscribe and save was going to be like 2 weeks later. Well, I don't need 4 bags of dog food within a 2-week time span, you know? Right. So I was like, oh gosh, I need to go in and do it. But I just had it. I should have, while I was letting us drive past Chick-fil-A. But instead I was
in a car for 4 hours.
Instead I was Instagram reeling. So that's really annoying to me, that if you want something now and you want to receive the discounted price, you can get it now, but sometimes it will ship the item relatively close to the subscription, or like when your subscription's going to start. Do
you have to have it on automatic shipping?
To get the discount, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to get the discount. Which, I mean, it's not like it's a huge
special
discount.
Food that they eat? Like, is it a special brand and stuff?
No, it's Blue Buffalo.
Okay, how come you guys don't just do Costco? You guys are always at Costco.
Oh, yes, they don't do that kind.
So they do special.
Yeah. I mean, I can't get it at Costco. I mean, I could go to like a pet store.
Yeah, but that's annoying because it's an extra stop.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they don't carry it at Costco. The one that they eat.
Is it priced better on Amazon
than at
the pet store?
The pet store? Honestly, I'm not sure. I believe so.
I don't think so, right?
I know their
annoying.
The old one that they ate was priced better on Amazon. And the new one that they eat, I assume, will be. Just because, but here's the thing, I only go to one pet store. And they're small, local. And so I think prices are a little more expensive, you know? So.
The one by the dojo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. However, after like 7 or 8 bags, you get a free bag.
Oh.
Which is nice, but also then I have to make sure I remember to go in and like automatic, super easy because my dogs aren't running out of food, you know?
I know. When you were saying that, I was like, that always seems to be an issue with us, but we're at Costco so often. Yeah. I feel like it should not be an issue.
And really, like if we were to get it at Costco, it wouldn't be a big deal because Jason
is at Costco all the time.
Jason wants to work there, I think. I don't know, but yeah.
You should. That would be a really good job too.
I know he should, but they probably, I don't know, do they hire into management like that? Or is that one of those places where you kind of have to work your way up?
I don't know. You know someone. You might want to talk to her about that.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, we're. I feel like we're at Costco all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, those subscriptions, those memberships, those things are so frustrating and so annoying.
They are so frustrating and annoying, and
it's helpful but not helpful. You have to be on your shit.
You do. With this other one, I would be like Tony, and I'd be getting charged like $50 a month or something like that every single month too. But I don't know if, and maybe he didn't sign up for text alerts or something, because they do text me every month.
And I think okay, so here's the problem too with the extra 50 in. It really has been over the it started before the holidays, right. And I was shopping like crazy, so my credit card bill was just high.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
Then now it's I'm looking I'm stopping and I'm okay, we're getting into
those expenses aren't going out. You kind of have an idea of what your charges are like.
I know we really haven't been anywhere, so it shouldn't be crazy. So now I'm taking my time. I'm oh shit.
Yeah. That's frustrating. You'll have to let us know because I'm curious if he has a credit sitting there.
Well, I hope
maybe he'll get lots of shorts.
I hope so for $200, $300.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Jeez.
I know. So the place that I have it through, it's really annoying. I would just cancel it, but the only thing is that they gave me a credit that's just sitting there. Priscilla's daughters might be in big trouble. I have a credit just sitting there.
You should use it.
But I can't find anything I want. And so that's why I keep postponing. I'll I'll freeze it. I don't want to say yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a lingerie place.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why I was I don't want to say it because if any of my kids are listening.
Oh, I think they've heard worse.
Well, but maybe they don't know that I have lingerie.
Okay. Well, I'll have to see.
Yeah, let us know about that. And then the other thing is, since we were discussing Amazon subscriptions, what
their prices
about? Yes,
crazy.
And here's the thing. I know your future sister-in-law, you had mentioned that she's canceled hers to prevent herself from doing easy buying, as a way to save money, which is probably a really good way to save money. I don't know that I'm interested in it just because Amazon's so easy.
I know.
But I do have to say there are a lot of things. So there are a lot of things that have increased in price there.
Everything is so much more expensive, I feel like.
Okay, really quick, because you were talking about how much your husband annoys you. So I messaged Jason while you were explaining the Fabletics thing. I said, is it possible for one of you to go and check on the girls? He already put them down twice and we're recording.
I think he did.
He messaged me. They're still awake.
Oh.
And I hear them.
Yeah.
And so now I know that he went in and just saw they were awake and didn't make them go back to bed because they're not in their room.
No.
If they were in their room, we could hear them. So husbands that listen, if you get a message that says something like, hey, can you check on this? It's already been done a couple times. Know that the end goal is what's been done a couple times.
Right. Yeah. So maybe try to make it better.
Oh, good night. Sorry, I just had to get.
They're all in their little project right now.
They are, but yeah, prices on a lot of things have gone up. But also, buying things from Amazon isn't always cheaper now.
Like, what have you noticed?
I haven't been shopping a lot lately, so I haven't known.
That's good.
But there were a couple of months ago, I looked at a few things. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, forget that. I'm going to buy it here. Like, if it's not going to be cheaper, why am I going to buy it on Amazon?
Well, So that's funny that you say that, because actually, we have a pool, and my pool guy, aka my husband, has told me for the last 2 months we're gonna have to buy chlorine, and chlorine prices have like doubled, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll wait for the Costco special, because they go on sale.
Do a sale,
So I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, we're like getting down to the nitty gritty. Like we have to buy. And he went on Amazon, and it was more expensive than the regular price at Costco.
See?
And I was like, are you kidding? So anyway, so he tells me, he's like, this is yesterday. We went to Costco today and spent a lot of money. He was at Costco yesterday and spent $250.
How many pounds did he buy?
I don't know what the Costco one is. He got chlorine and then I think the shock.
Yeah.
And I was just at Costco 2 days before.
I know Costco's
and
loving
spent
you guys
$150.
right now.
I mean, this is like insane. Today's was crazy, but that's a big item.
Yeah, it is. You're right. But yeah, but that's like, I got a message from, everything is getting so much more expensive. Everything. But my PSA is check Amazon prices versus local store prices when you're buying things, because there are things that have been more expensive on Amazon. But like, I got a message from one of our girlfriends, and she was like, hey, I got this bill for a company I work for. And she's like, is this normal? Like, or no, she said, should I be worried? And I'm like, well, hell, yeah. You should be worried, but not because there's an issue, but because the prices are just so freaking high. I mean, they're high on everything, but it's impacting the bills too. Like, everything is going up. Everything. And so it's like, yes, be worried, because what in the frick are we going to do when none of us can afford to live anymore?
So get this. So I do major events in town, right? And I have to contract a lot of things out, and we have to contract out like porta potties and hand stations and tanks for the food vendors to dump their food and all these different things, right?
Oh, I never even realized you would have to do something.
We have to be able to dump their old water, in something. They can't. Like, what are they going to do with it? They have to be able to have a place to dump it.
Take it somewhere.
And then just like their trash, we have to actually rent out so many dumpsters, because they have to be able to dump their stuff.
That would make sense, but I didn't even. That is so weird.
So, there's all these things, and from June of last year to September, there was a big increase. And I say big, like, I would say a normal quote, it was probably $800 more.
Wow.
That's a big increase.
Yeah. For just a few months.
From June to September.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then we get a quote the other day. It is from June, looking at the June stuff, because I'm like, okay, June. And granted, we had more in June than we did in September on the quote. And it was still an $800 increase.
Oh.
So we look at June and we're like, that's the max number that we need. We need all of those. Okay, so we put in a bid. Or they send us a bid. It's $2,000 more.
Stop.
Yeah.
What the freak do you guys do?
We start shopping around. There's nothing else we can. We have to. And granted, everyone's pricing has gone up, and it's on everything. It's literally every single bill that we get, every invoice has gone up. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy.
Jeez.
Cost of labor has gone up so much.
Yeah, it has.
It's everything.
It's so crazy, but it is scary.
Food cost is outrageous.
I know. And it's scary because I know I said, what are we going to do when none of us can afford to live? But that really is a serious thing.
Well, we were talking to one of our friends. We were talking to one of our friends, and I was talking about, we were kind of talking work stuff, and we were talking about all the new, like labor laws, employer laws, and everything. And she said, she's like, pretty much because of the state that we live in, she's like, because I said, it's just crazy. They're making it harder for these smaller businesses to stay in business.
Them, we said.
And she's like, pretty much, you're not going to be able to run your small business in this state. And so everyone's going to be either forced to move in order to have their business open, or whatever. And it's going to be a state full of homeless people with no jobs, because
people will still live here. It's not going to be people that can, like, not people that are able to support themselves.
No. I mean, all I keep saying, and I've said it so many times, I know, but it's like our world is upside down. That's just really how I feel. In so many areas, in so many ways. And I don't know. Sorry about the trail, guys.
Project.
I
how we flip it back, right?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. It's scary. It really does worry me, because it's like, you know, each year I get I work for a union, so it's called our cost of living raise. Mm-hmm. But the cost of living raise, the percentage increase, and it's a pretty, like, it isn't always this amount, but it's a pretty decent increase in, like, 2% more than what it sometimes is, you know? And it's like, that's not covering the, like, 7% inflation increase.
Right.
You know, it's like, so I really am losing money.
Right.
Because my raise doesn't even match my, like, our increase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm lucky because I didn't always work in a job where I got a cost of living raise. Like, I would get reviews and I would get, like, a small raise each year, but I was also making a significantly lower amount, you know?
Yeah.
And I just think it's like, how are people in just your, say, like, retail? When I was working retail, I made just a little over minimum wage. And a little over minimum wage, you can't survive here anymore.
No.
It's crazy. And it's because everything's increased.
Rent's expensive.
Yeah. So our company has actually...
Amazon delivery.
See, there we go. Amazon. Damn price increase on your membership.
But we love you, Amazon. But
if you could stop charging us more. Gosh.
And you know what? But Tony even said, he's like, I guarantee that's just covering their shipping costs.
Oh, yeah, because everything, because labor's increased. So they are trying to get, you know, they have to get people to deliver those out, and the costs have increased. I know. But I forget what I was saying. Oh, our company for, like, Bay Area and stuff like that, because it's hard for us to get skilled workers, like, for, like, jobs where you can't just hire anyone. Like, they have to go through very serious training and go through, like, apprenticeships and things like that. They have a higher wage now in those areas because we can't keep people. And if we can't keep people, we can't keep people's services.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And that's the hard part, is I think that a lot of employers are having this realization that unfortunately, in order to keep an employee, you have to offer more than sun, moon, and stars.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. You're going to have to pull shit out of your ass to give them, except half the time they don't have it to give them, you know?
And that's tough.
That's
where, especially for small businesses here, it sucks. Because not only are you a small business, which is already hard, not only is the economy crap, because of everything going on. Not only are all of these regulations being put on you because of the endemic, like our governor likes to call it, but then there are these new labor laws and things that are just like, they're really not feasible for small businesses, and they're being forced on them and they have no option. So it's like there's all of these things really up against them, and then you have to add in labor and trying to get, I mean, there are so many companies that are pretty much begging for people to work for them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
signing bonuses.
I know.
Retirement plans.
Yeah.
For like, oh, we'll pay for your schooling. I mean, there's a lot of things. And
yeah, our company's like, for this many months, we'll give you a housing allowance in those areas.
Wow.
Because they're so desperate for these skilled techs to work there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anywho.
Okay, well, we gotta go. We're out of time. That's it.
Cancel your subscriptions if you set them up, y'all.
That's right. And be ready for that Amazon price increase.
Yes.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.